Bleach Soul Resurreccion... Is that how you say it? Bleach Soul Resurreccion is the latest game set in the multivariate multiverse of Bleach, the hit series of comics and cartoons.
Bleach is similar to Naruto in a lot of ways. There's lots of larger-than-life characters, phenomenal fights, but these heroes and villains aren't ninjas, they're samurai, which means they fight with swords. Yes.
Each level puts you in control of Ichigo or one of his friends, such as Ishida, Rukia or Toshiro. Your objective, to defeat the traitorous Captain Aizen and all his fruity minions. The plot follows the story from the comics when Ichigo and his chums battle through a replica of their hometown after laying waste to the homeworld of the demonic hollows, the hellish Hueco Mundo.
Hueco Mundo. Hueco Mundo. Sounds weird, doesn't it?
Hueco Mundo.
Hueco Mundo.
And it looks weirder. A grey, desert-like nightmare universe, featureless save for the odd pillar or giant cube.
Must have made things easy for the programmers.
Quite you. Like in the Dragon Ball Z games, you really need vast in-game spaces in order to capture the style of combat from the cartoons. The Soul Reapers and Hollows of Bleach dash all over the place as they fight. The more elbow room, the better.
The combat mechanics are really simple. You have your basic combo attacks as well as some more powerful spirit attacks that drain your ever-regenerating spirit gauge. You battle endless numbers of generic hollows as well as the odd boss. You can free aim, but the handy lock-on feature is pretty much essential for guiding your ranged attacks.
The combos are super easy, often as simple as just pushing the square button 4 times in a row. The challenge lies in keeping track of where you and the enemies are and just burning through the level as fast as you can.
Because the combat itself is so simple, they've tried to create the illusion of depth through a character upgrade system. You can level up all your characters so you can mow through your mindless foes that little bit faster. There are also standalone challenge stages that give you something to do once you're done with the story mode.
The cel-shaded graphics suit the fast pace of play, but the character models are a little off. As for the animation, well, it just looks wrong. The PS3 hardware can do so much more. In all, there are just 19 playable characters, a far cry from the rosters on some of the Bleach games on the DS. There were 44 in Dark Souls. On top of all that, all the characters are essentially the same. Each has melee, ranged and power-up attack combos mapped to exactly the same buttons. Yet, despite the noob-friendly controls, they've really brought out the spirit of the characters. I particularly like playing Ishida. He can unleash his laser arrow attacks at a furious clip. Charging my longbow.
Yeah, some bits were fun, but there's also some serious technical flaws. The loading screens were intolerably long for one thing. For a platform-exclusive game, it feels really unoptimized. A hard drive install would have been nice as well, but no dice.
The production values just felt really cheap as well. I mean, that music, it's that same cheesy guitar synth from every El Cheapo Japanese game from the last decade. It sounds like someone's squashing an electric frog. Most of the cutscenes are just walls of text, and the reward screen looks like a bus timetable. I mean, even when I got a good rank for a level, I just felt like I'd failed.
As a consolation prize, they did include the option to play with Japanese audio and English subtitles. Some discerning fans prefer to watch their anime that way, but yes, the game was definitely missing something. Final thoughts?
I'm quite a fan of anime and the crazy world of manga, and sometimes those spin-off games really work, but not in this case. The difficulty curve is inconsistent, the graphics are a bit off, and ultimately it's all just a bit unsatisfying. I think if you're a huge Bleach fan, it's something you might want to rent or borrow, but if you're not, then you're going to have a hard time having fun here. So I'm giving it 6 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I felt let down too, Badge. I mean, in anime, a sword fight isn't just a clash of steel, it's a battle of wills, but in Bleach Soul Resurreccion, it was a battle for me just to stay awake. But it's not awful, it just doesn't feel like fencing, more like flailing. I'm giving it 5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Hueco Mundo.
Hueco Mundo.
Hueco Mundo.
Hueco Mundo.
Resurrección.
Hueco Mundo.
Hueco Mundo.